How we doing, everyone? MJS back again with another video here. It's another installment of the Our First Home series. Today is Tuesday, June 28th. I've been doing some different work on a bunch of different other things. I should actually probably insert some clips or go take a clip here in a second of the wall update. I definitely want to chat about that, specifically because a lot of the blocks are gone. Had a great buyer come and get probably put about 100 cobblestone Belgian block things into his truck, and I'd be very surprised if he made it all the way home because those things are heavy. So we did that last night. I have a little bit more of the wall to take down, but he took all of those blocks. He's going to take basically the entire wall. So, the long and short of it, I at the end of all of this, when the whole wall is taken down, it's probably like on the order of 200 to 250 cobblestone, these Belgian block things. And I put that on Facebook Marketplace, and this one guy is going to take all of them, and he's going to pay me, like, I already have money. He's paying me like $400 for all of them. So I think that's not too bad. I'm appreciative that he's just hauling them away and everything like that too. So I would have probably done it for free, as long as he would have taken them. But that is huge. So we'll update you more on the whole landscaping thing. I'm not sure what we're going to do out there yet. If we're going to do, change up the way the driveway is, or do something different with the, just make it all grass or whatever. But that's more of a, can't do all that in one day because it's pretty much just me. And then, if we're going to get somebody to do the landscaping portion of that, but we still have more blocks to deal with. And I broke the sledgehammer that I was borrowing from my neighbor. So we need to fix that and get that all taken care of anyway, before we can continue on that. Anyway, here's the thing. Currently, I'm not out there. Our cars are being detailed in the driveway, which is sick. So that's getting taken care of right now. I was working on some website stuff, which if you're not subscribed already, you should subscribe and check out the other channel that I have, Find It Tech. Doing a lot of different things from a website perspective. Just learning so much stuff, trying to share as much as I can. So if you're interested in any of that, marketing, digital stuff, websites, check that out. But what I want to do right now, the reason I am, if you can tell, we're in the podcast studio to be, is I can't be completely sure. I'm not 100% sure of what I filmed last. I may have said this in the previous clip or a previous video, but Amanda and I kind of took care of this room. We got a lot of stuff out of here. We want to make some changes, and we want to move forward with the podcast stuff because we want to get back to AM and the PM. We'd like to get back to Fueled by Progress and everything like that because those are good conversations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chat, and I'm going to show you what we're at currently and the things that I've been thinking about because we need to redesign this and just get it to a point where it's podcastable. Yeah. Okay, so if we are over here at the entrance to the podcast studio, this is where we're at currently. There's going to be, I kind of go through this too, like there's going to be a door here. We want to put a door here just so, we can kind of like, I don't know, less noise or anything like that. There's a door over there actually to the laundry room, so it's not that big of a deal, but a door here would be nice. Not sure what we're doing with this. Obviously, that's the vacuum. We were vacuuming or whatever. Got to deal with that. These are, and I actually want to make a whole video about this. These two trunks here carry like the entire podcast setup because when I did this originally, we were making it very portable, and we don't really necessarily need to do that anymore. But if you're in the market for a portable podcast setup, I want to do that. So that's an upcoming video. But we're probably going to switch it up slightly now because we don't really have a necessary use for that. I mean, we'll still have it, but whatever. So anyway, the point is I need to find a place for that. But everything else in here, like this was all covered with stuff. So we're super happy that we've moved forward in that regard. We have this little section over here of stuff that we, it's just storage and things. We're going to get one of them little accordion doors here. That'll be great. I'm going to take this camera, actually. I'm just going to bring it over here so I can kind of do a little visual aid work on what we are planning and what I have running through my mind here. So I think I definitely did talk about this in a previous clip, but not to the degree that I'm going to talk about it right now. So that's fine. Here's my thought process here. This is the studio. Ideally, I need some things to make this what it needs to be because it's not what it needs to be now. The first thing is maybe cover up that window because that's a lot of weird light coming in. I don't think it would like show up on the video. We can actually turn this on, kind of see what we got going on here. Did I just shut that? Yes, it did. So I don't know if you can kind of see that, obviously, but that's like just like a thought. So this is going to be at the end of a table here, which we need to get a new table of. I'll explain that. But this would be like the shot, like one of the shots there, as far as the thing goes. So it's just like kind of like straight down the table. If there's 2 people, you'd be here and here. If there's 4, obviously we'd have four person setup or whatever. But that's kind of like the idea right now. In a perfect world, I would love to have 1 camera for every person plus like this one here. So like this is the shot for like everybody. That's like the wide shot, you could say. And then, you know, another camera over here for like, you know, to get like a face shot of there, and then another camera over here to get a face shot of that person. You know, and then I don't know, we could just expand from there, but we're not there yet. And I'm not going to buy another camera just to do that, but that would be like the idea. So that's one part of it. The other part of it obviously is like just more functional stuff, and then we'll move to the decor, I guess you could say, or the aesthetic. There is terrible lighting in here. It's just that one shitty one right there. Probably looks better on video than it does in real life. So it needs to get, we need to upgrade that a little bit. And there's like a 3-pack light thing, like an LED, like RGB like thing. We don't really need the RGB part, but something like that, like a panel light thing that I'd like to purchase and put like kind of like up here. I don't know if it matters where I put it, but point is like somewhere up in the regions. I've been talking to some people that know a lot more about that than me. So like something to fill that area, to fill this area, and kind of just shine down, you know, towards the table there. Maybe another one like up by the window that would shine down. I don't know exactly, but we'd play around with it. Those would be mounted to the wall like 100%, absolutely, because I'm not putting giant light stands everywhere. This room is actually bigger than I thought it was going to be for a setup like this. So I really want to make sure that I maximize the space and don't, you know, like have just shit everywhere. Because that camera is going to have to be there, you know, like there's going to have to be that there. But, you know, if we can just mount things on the wall, that'll be better. So even like the camera thing that I was talking about, for instance, like I'd want to mount it like on the wall here and shoot it that way if possible. But again, we're not there yet. So there's that. We need new chairs, because these are just like shitty folding chairs. Again, it's not like a huge priority, but just something that like rolls, I think would be nice. Just like little cheap wheel chairs or whatever. Nothing super crazy there. And then the biggest thing, honestly, other than the lights are important, but the other thing is I want to change the way that this setup, like the actual table and things. The mics are fine. They're pod mics. I'll leave links to this stuff in the description. We got a whole section of this stuff on the website and everything. But the pod mics are fine. Maybe a cover, like maybe some pop filter cover things, but it's not really necessary, honestly. I never really had too much of an issue with that. The biggest thing is I think they're a little too low in terms of gain and volume. Like they're just dynamic mics. So I think might need to get some cloud lifters, which are like things that increase the gain without making it, without like distorting the sound at all. I think I'd have to look into that more, because I just remember this volume being like quite low. Volume is not the right word, it's gain, but just the way that it sounds, it's like you have to kind of like increase the gain in post-production, like kind of normalize the volume a little bit more. I don't know. I just know that a cloud lifter provides like phantom power or some shit, something extra, whatever. So maybe that, I don't know. I think it would definitely help. I got to double check. But something like that, you know, we're just using the Zoom right now. It's totally fine. If we, you know, leveled up the setup and blew up, then, you know, probably need something else there, but that's fine for now. Here's the thing, is I want a bigger table, okay? Because this isn't big enough for like, you know, 2 people across from each other, because we have these stands that are not bad stands, but they're kind of annoying and they do fall a lot of the time. So I really don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have to deal with that. And also there's like a lot of stuff like kind of going on the top. What I'd really love is this thing wants to turn off. There you go. What I really love is like a bigger table. Okay, so this table is like 40, I think it's like 46 inches long or something, and I don't know, 20 or 30 inches wide. Definitely wider, so we can fit more stuff kind of like, well, that's actually an interesting point now that I just thought about it. Maybe it doesn't need necessarily be wider if we're going to change the way the microphones are. Maybe I'll put a picture or something. I'm gonna try to describe it though too. If you've seen my setup upstairs, there is a clamp right here, and then like a boom arm thing, and then the microphone just sits on that, and you can like move it around and all that sort of stuff. It's way better than this because, like, just in this case specifically, I don't want to have to do what I'm seeing here and what I'm doing. Like, there's so much shit going on the table. It's hard to see people and stuff like that. So I'd much rather have the things that clamp or the things that come out of the middle of the table where it's not even the one that comes up like the one that I have on my desk. I want the one that comes from the bottom of the table. So it's like resting on the bottom of the table like this almost. And then a thing comes up and then comes like, the microphone sits on it like that. So that's something that I need to figure out. Now, me being the type of person that I am, it's like, well, I know that needs to be, like, if it's going to be a clamp, then it's got to be like a certain type of table, basically. And it's not going to work on this. This is literally like just a folding table with like a cloth thing over it. It might work, but I don't really know precisely. Kind of be weird because there's that cloth on there. I don't know. I could try that maybe. But that's one option. And I got to figure that out. And then basically, I don't know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Well, the point is that either I need to do the clamp thing or I need to do the one that like comes out of the middle of the table. And that's kind of unnecessary. Like, unless what I was doing pretty much now, like real recently within the last, like hour or so, is I was looking for tables on Facebook Marketplace because I don't normally shop on Facebook Marketplace, but for something like this, I was considering it because like it doesn't need to be a luxurious table. It just needs to, kind of fit the bill as far as, what we kind of need here. And I was thinking wider, like I said, but we might not even need wider if we change up the way that those are. I would like a little longer so you could actually like be into the table more, but I don't know. I mean, I actually think I'm still borrowing this table from my parents anyway, so maybe I should give it back to them. But just trying to figure out some information, trying to kind of walk through this and make a good decision on what to do here. But it's gonna look sick. We're gonna get it all set up. Again, the lighting's the biggest thing. I don't want to make a mistake on that because I'm just not educated enough really in the lighting department, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's pretty much all I got for right now. But I know we got to get back to this because this is enjoyable, and we've been MIA for too long on the podcasts, but we're going to be back real soon. Okay, we're outside today. It's Wednesday, June 29th. I wish I could wear sunglasses because it's pretty bright, but I can't see the screen. Fun fact, if you wear polarized sunglasses, some screens, I guess you can't see them. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we're working on the wall. We're outside. Let me just kind of show you because we're getting close to being done with this project. So my neighbor is lending me this sledgehammer, and it broke the other day, and he fixed it, and I am now probably breaking it again because it keeps coming out, but I keep slamming it back in and it's doing the job. So, but this is what we got. I've been using, he also lent me that pick there. I got a pickaxe, I got that pick, I got some other tools here. Slamming with the sledgehammer, picking them out if we have to, kind of using leverage and getting the blocks out of there. There's a couple more over on this side, but this whole front here, again, I don't really know if you can kind of see. Without the sun, I can barely see, but it's all gone pretty much. Like, I mean, there's a little bit obviously under here, like I guess I don't know if there's like a footer in here at all like any other concrete, but it looks like there's at least one layer that's like kind of underneath here that I need to get out. And then over here we got some more stuff to take out still, but for the most part, see if I can get a different angle. I don't know, we're looking pretty good. It's kind of funny, I don't know if they like just decided to throw all those fucking rocks in there. Like there's like large stones like in the wall, kind of like propping it up like some sort of weird Jenga shit. I don't know if it's like the normal way you build a wall, or if, they just like, fuck it, we don't have enough dirt, so we'll just throw a bunch of rocks in there. I don't know. But yeah, and then over here, same type of thing, just a couple pretty much at ground level now. I'm assuming that like there actually might be a point where I could probably just like stop and then like we could just fill it over. But I just hate that. Like there's parts of this yard where there's like stones kind of like popping up, and I really dislike that because I don't like to hit it with a lawnmower. And then I think of like, if it was a different yard, a different type of yard, you know, more flat or whatever, like I wouldn't want to, like, the kids or anything to like run around. Obviously not now, but I'm just saying in general, like I'm trying to understand, you know, I don't know, houses, yards, and shit like that. And I just don't understand, like, I guess in this area, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I mean, there's like stone and clay like underneath the dirt. I don't know, I'm learning. But yeah, so it's going well though. We are almost done with this part of this, and then I don't know what we're gonna do next. You know, while I'm waiting though, my dude is gonna come. I think he said like it's the 29th. I think he said he's coming like towards like the 7th of July. So like probably another week. Those are gonna, that whole thing is gonna chill there. But hopefully after that they'll be all gone. I just hope that in that amount of time, you know, this whole thing doesn't like break or anything. There's some sort of landslide that would run all these into my actually freshly clean car, because we just got the cars detailed yesterday. So hopefully, you know, those blocks don't end up in the side of my car. Yeah, so let's just pray on that one. But other than that though, I mean, I'm excited because this project is almost kind of like, at least the beginning phase, and probably most of the stuff that I will actually do is probably very close to being done, because I'm not gonna build a new wall or anything. I'm not gonna, like, I don't know, I don't really have the tools, and I don't really want to rent like a Bobcat to do it. So I'll probably have, you know, like a buddy of mine or something, like some sort of landscaping type deal here, where, you know, those rocks will all be gone, kind of get that junk that's over there in that area, and then, you know, this stones and all this shit, get all that out of there, and then probably we'll need some new fill if we just kind of make it all grass, kind of like the neighbor's yard right there. So like that would be kind of cool. I think that's probably like that's definitely the easiest, probably the least expensive, because I don't really know what else to do with like the driveway situation right now. I do want to call the borough and see if I can, I don't know, see if I could like put another plot down there or something like that, get rid of that whole ugly sidewalk situation, just make it all asphalt. But I don't, not asphalt necessarily, but like concrete or asphalt. I don't really know. I just don't know. I haven't made that decision because I've been like working on other shit and taking out a wall. But we're definitely gonna do something, obviously, and it's gonna be better than it was. So that's kind of where we're at. They're working on the gas lines. So I'm gonna go, but that's solid. Now I'm gonna be done with this. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it today, but I did make some podcast studio purchases, and we're designing that. I talked about that a little bit in the last clip. So we're coming along. But yeah, whatever I do next, no.